Hi guys, so today we will learn how we can create a Docker Hub account and how we can store our images to Docker Hub, how we can create public repository and private repository, how we can pull it, how we can log in from the VM. So all those things we will learn in this video. So first of all, I created one Ubuntu VM and if I'll show you that OS of this is like Ubuntu 18.04 version. So you can use apt in Ubuntu to install Docker. As Docker is already installed in my system, I can show you that. So Docker info will show you that that version of Docker, then that registry details and everything it will show. So the Docker is already installed in my system, and then the only thing is now. So here, like we'll be just today, I'll be showing you like how we can create that Docker Hub repository, and then how we can log in from the server, how we can push it the images and all. So first of all, what we will do is like we'll go to our browser and we will search for Docker Hub login, Docker Hub login. So that Docker Hub is the first URL if you will open. So here you will find I think this Chrome browser is a bit slow for me, so I'll so I just opened this Docker Hub and I'll just go to that first URL. I'll try to. So here in once you will be in this Docker Hub login URL, here you will find like two options. One is like that sign up and another one is like directly login. So if you already have an account, then you can directly come and you can do sign in from this page. That it will ask for username and then it will ask for a password. But if you are not having an Docker Hub account, then you must need to do this sign up. So that username, email and password you need to give. Then after that it will do some verification, that OTP and all it will send you to your mail ID. Once you are done with the verification, then it will route you to that login page. So for me that Docker Hub account is already created. So once I'll just log in with my username and password, I'll be routed to that main home page of this Docker Hub. So here as you can see, I have created three repository. You can create multiple repository, and under those repository you can create you can store your Docker images. And based on your tag you will be able to validate it. So for that this demo I'll create one more repository. So I'll just write it as a demo test. So here you will find like two kinds of repository would be there. One is public, another one is private. So public means let's say you have pushed some images to your repository, so it will be accessible by anyone. So if they don't need to log in at all. But if it is private means it will visible only with you. You won't be able to access it. No one will be able to access it without your username and password, or without your secret. So for the time being, I'll just create as public repository. I'll just click on create. As you can see, I got created this demo test repository. Here you can see I don't have anything tax or scan. So you can upgrade your plan if you are if you want to utilize some other feature of this Docker Hub. But for the time being, I'm just using that basic feature. So this repository has been created. Now if I want to make use of this repository, and if I want to push some images to this repository, how I will do it from my Ubuntu VM. So that is what we are going to learn today. So what I'll do is like I'll just come back to my VM. I'll just clear my window. So the very first thing you need to do is like you need to write it like Docker login. So Once you so it says directly like login succeeded as my credentials are already stored in this location. So what I'll do is like I'll just try to log in again. So docker login. So see here, if you will see, it says like it is going to hub.docker.com. So by default, if you will run this docker login, it will by default go to that central hub.docker.com URL. It means it will go to this page. This it will just point to this central repository of Docker. If you are having some private registry or repositories, then you need to give that detail in docker login, and then you need to provide that. So it is asking for me that username, so I'll just give my username. So I just gave that user details, and now login is succeeded. So now my login is succeeded. If I want to push some images to here, what I need, so that clear thing they have told is like, if I want to push some images to this repository, that images name should be in this format. So it will directly point to my repository file. My images would be in this format. So let's say I'll just pull one Nginx image from central repository. So you can see like this docker pull command is used to pull the images from central repository. So as you can see, I am able to pull the image. So this got pulled from this hub.docker.com only. As you can see that docker io/library, and that latest image has been pulled to my system. So now if I want to push this image to my repository which I created, now what I need to do is I need to tag it to with this name. Otherwise I won't be able to post anything to this repository. It needs to be in this format, then only we'll be able to post it here. So maybe I'll show you like how we can do that. So there is one command like docker tag in this docker. So we need to just tag that nginx image with this name. So let's say I want to, the tag name you can give it according to your need. So let's say I just tag it with nginx. Sorry, I think in command two times I typed that docker, so that's why I got this error. So now as you can see that nginx image has been tagged with this format, right? So now if I'll just run that docker push command, I'll be able to push it to my central repository. As you can see, it is getting mounted, and you can see like it got pushed to that registry, right? So if again I'll just run it, it says real layer already exists. It means it is already there in this so let's say now I'll just refresh this page, and if you will see now that nginx tag, now one image is there, one tag is there, the name is nginx. So now this image got pushed to my central repository which I created. So this image I can pull it to any server. I just need to give this name, like if anywhere I'll just give docker pull, and image this image I'll be able to pull it directly, because it is not having any restriction. It is publicly available. So first I'll just remove it from my server. Now if I'll pull it, it says like downloaded, right? So in different image, if so now if you will try from your end also, and if you will try to pull my image which I created, now you will be able to pull it because it is available centrally. So that's all for this video. Like in this video we have learned how we can log into that, how we can create an account in docker hub, how we can log in from our server, and then how we can pull the images, how we can push the images. These things we have learned. So maybe I'll try to cover all the commands, like some basic commands of Dockers, how it works in Linux, how it works like in our Linux OS and all. I'll cover in that another video. I'll create some separate video there. I'll cover all the commands, some basic commands which we are using on day-to-day basis. So that's all for today's video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe my channel. I will try to create more content on this Docker. Thank you so much.